It was supposed to be an ordinary Sunday. Families filled the city zoo. Children pressed their faces against glass enclosures, and laughter floated through the warm air. But for the Patterson family, that laughter would never return home. By all appearances, they were the perfect family. Mark, a high school teacher, his wife, Emily, a nurse, and their 7-year-old daughter, Lily, whose excitement about feeding the giraffes had kept her awake the night before. They arrived at the zoo around 10 a.m. Surveillance cameras later confirmed it. 3 smiling faces, 1 camera flash, and a moment frozen forever, because that was the last time all 3 of them were seen together. By 3 p.m., the zoo began to empty, but 1 car still sat in the parking lot, a gray SUV belonging to the Pattersons. Inside were Lily's small sneakers, a half-eaten bag of animal crackers, and Emily's purse, but no sign of the family. When police arrived, there were no signs of struggle, just a haunting silence broken only by the distant calls of animals behind bars. It didn't make sense. No ransom calls, no witnesses. Nothing but an empty stroller near the reptile house. Detectives began their search with surveillance footage, and that's when the first chilling clue surfaced. Around noon, Emily was seen walking hand in hand with Lily, but Mark was trailing several feet behind, talking on his phone. Then, as they turned a corner near the aviary, Mark vanished from view. He never appeared again on any of the zoo's cameras. 2 days later, hikers discovered a man's jacket buried beneath a bridge just 2 miles from the zoo. Inside were a wallet, a wedding ring, and a zoo ticket stub. The wallet belonged to Mark Patterson. The media exploded. Had Mark run? Had something happened between him and Emily? Or was the entire family targeted by someone else entirely? As detectives dug deeper, they uncovered a disturbing secret. Mark had been receiving anonymous text messages for months. Short, cryptic phrases like, "You can't hide forever," and "She knows." Emily's friends later revealed she'd been distant, frightened, and had confided that she suspected Mark was hiding something from her. Something dark enough to destroy everything. But nothing prepared investigators for what they found next. On the 4th day of the search, a groundskeeper discovered a small patch of freshly turned earth behind the zoo's maintenance shed. Buried beneath it was a phone, Emily's. It was still on, and inside was a single unsent message addressed to her sister. "If anything happens to me, it's not a stranger, it's Mark." The revelation shattered the town, but the story was far from over. Forensic teams traced tire tracks near the zoo's exit leading to a restricted service road used only by employees. DNA samples from the scene confirmed something chilling. Blood traces belonging to Mark Patterson, but mixed with another unidentified sample. A week later, a man walking his dog discovered a tarp buried under brush near a quarry 3 miles away. Beneath it were 2 bodies, Mark and Emily. Lily was nowhere to be found. The investigation shifted into overdrive. Forensic analysis showed Mark had been dead for nearly 48 hours longer than Emily, meaning whatever happened, he wasn't the last to die. The question was, who killed them, and where was Lily? Then came the twist no one expected. A zoo employee, a maintenance worker named Sean Keller, was brought in for questioning after inconsistencies in his shift logs. He had no alibi during the critical hours and had previously been arrested for stalking a family years earlier, a family that eerily resembled the Pattersons. When detectives searched his locker, they found Lily's missing backpack and a stack of printed family photos. Photos taken without the Pattersons' knowledge. Sean Keller confessed that he had been following the family for months, but what he said next stunned everyone. He claimed Mark had confronted him days before the zoo trip, demanding he stay away, and that Emily was planning to leave her husband because of what she discovered about him. Keller insisted he didn't kill them. He said when he went to meet Emily that day, he found them already dead and took Lily to keep her safe. 3 days later, police raided a small farmhouse outside the city. Inside, they found Lily, alive, traumatized, and clutching her stuffed giraffe. The case closed with more questions than answers. The official report ruled Mark and Emily's deaths as a murder-suicide. But investigators and the public never fully believed it. Lily, now in protective custody, told detectives something that would haunt them forever. When asked what happened, she simply said, "Daddy was trying to save us." But the man in the uniform